There's a temptation in football for all of us who do the job I do to sound smart, to sound as if saw it coming. Here are the reasons that I had in my head for this result. Not today. This is one of the days where you're thankful that you love football, that you're involved in it, because spoiler now, socios, if you haven't watched this, you've saved it for later. I'm going to talk about the result. I'm going to talk about goals, a magnificent 7 of them. Atleti have absolutely smashed Real Madrid in a situation which bore no resemblance to the last time that these two met at the Metropolitano, although that was an Atleti win too. It now means that Atleti have got a really good record at home to Real Madrid in the last 5 or 6 games. They've won in the Cup, they've won in the Champions League, they've won now in La Liga after a series of draws. And when Real Madrid came to Metropolitano, they were heavy favourites. The bookies did not see this. There was the possibility of an Atleti side, which Diario As already said had waved goodbye to the title, suddenly being 12 points behind their most hated rivals at the end of this game. Instead, not only has that not happened, the gap's down to 6. And what's more, the first time this season, Real Madrid, although occasionally they've looked creaky, it's the first time this season they've looked flat-footed and vulnerable. And people, they led 2-1. And when they led 2-1, it looked as if Vinicius and Mbappe were on one of these sort of intermittent fasting games where don't need food, don't need food, don't need food, feed me now, where they erupt into the most outrageous sprints and uses of space whereby their team's not in the game, but it doesn't matter to them. And yet that impression was a false one. A false one because Atleti did so many of the things that they haven't been doing of late against rivals like Espanyol or against rivals like Elche. The comparison between those games where in the early part of the game against Espanyol, Atleti looked good, and then they lost. They went to sleep. They were paper thin. In the game against Elche, they were pretty much outplayed at this same stadium by the Primera Liga newcomers.